You guys just can't help yourselves, can you? You insist on posting your setups in the comments no matter how heinous, no matter how evil they are, no matter how gobsmacked I get, you keep posting them. Okay. Fine. Due to popular demand, I will pick out 10 more of your Phantom Forces setups that you leave in the comments. We'll build them, review them, and find out if they're actually any good. And we're going to use that alongside a bonus setup that somebody left in a $100 donation on a recent live stream. So stick around to see that, and if you'd like to see streams yourself, don't forget to join the Discord server below where I always ping for them. Otherwise, have channel notifications enabled, so that way you get notified every time I upload or whenever I stream. With that said, let's get into today's video by first picking out the setups that we're going to use. I can only imagine the diabolical things that we're going to find here. This is literally simple enough. We could just go to my comments and we could just type in no recoil to see the evil things you guys leave. No recoil ass me setup. Oh boy. Does this have something to do with the fact that I've gotten like 800 ask me kills in the last like 3 days because it's actually really good? All right, well, you know what? It gives me an excuse to use it more. No recoil revolver setup. Just for fun. 458 queso conversion, my goodness. Should we get queso to play Phantom Forces? Is that, can we get the queso SomeSteven collab? A PSO scope on top of the AUG? I don't even want to think about what that would look like. Yeah, I'm sad that I did this. Hey, Steven, I'm a longtime viewer and I love your vids. Thank you, It's Polaris. I appreciate that, bro. Long barrel on MP5. Why do you guys always insist on putting long barrel on the MP5 and MP5 SD? Day 43 of asking you to use my no recoil setup. Bro has some serious dedication. My goodness. No recoil MP5 SD. Look, long barrel. I told you. They always say long barrel. No recoil setup. Knife. I mean, yeah, I guess technically that's true. Something like that. Day 93,129,231,932 of asking Steven to use my no recoil setup. Hey, Steven, I got a setup for you. You can call it no recoil once you've actually tested it out. M3A1 with a Halbeck device? Bro. Y'all really just want me to suffer, don't you? It's your favorite thing. No recoil Asval. No recoil Asval. No recoil Asval. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think that snipers count for a no recoil build. Hey, if you're gonna do the next no recoil setup vid, can you try out my M4A1 build? PK scope. PPS4 suppressor. Vertical trip. Blue laser. Trust this no recoil K2 DCL oil filter Hera CQR grip. Why am I saying this grip so much lately? Is there a meta that I'm missing out on? These darn kids and their Hera CQR grip setups. I feel like an old man whenever I'm looking at some of these. Back in my day, all we had was the AUG A1. Like, bro, since when is the Kalashnikov sight something that we should be using on anything, let alone an Uzi? Global offensive on the MP7? No, you got problems, bro. You got problems, dude. Best sniper setup ever. 100% legit, no recoil, super duper insane version 2.0. You know, the AK-12BR has been kind of cracked lately. Steven, today's my birthday. I found a no recoil Chris Vector. Well, I'm 2 weeks too late, unfortunately, so happy belated birthday to Michael. Oh my god. Why? I bet you wouldn't use this M4A1 no recoil setup because it has recoil. Then it's not no recoil. Then it's just not no recoil then. No recoil setup with recoil. I'm sensing an issue here. Steven, I love your vids, man. I love them all. Except for the ASMR. I don't think I ever did an ASMR video, did I? SomeSteven ASMR. I did. Three years ago, I did an ASMR video. Is it literally just this? It's just me playing Phantom Forces. Okay. All right. Let's just build these. Let's just get it over with. All right. It begins. So like I said earlier, the ASME has become genuinely one of my favorite weapons to use in Phantom Forces. I wouldn't necessarily want to use it with hollow points, but we're not judging it based off of damage or just kind of how good it performs. We're judging it based on recoil in today's video. And if we're judging it strictly based off of that, yeah, that's relatively laser pointery. Honestly, I think we're probably going to have a winner in this over all the others. I could be wrong so far, but that's my guess. It's just such a fun, dumb, freaking secondary that you can literally main as a primary. I love cross-mapping people with a freaking pistol on Second Storm. It's really great. Why does it do so much damage? Yeah, I mean, relatively, this one is not too bad. Again, I don't know that I'd necessarily use hollow point, but that's not what this video is about. Weirdly enough, our next one is going to be a G11 setup, but in particular, he basically just wants me to use a full auto muzzle booster. That's literally it. I did put a sight on it just because I really don't want to use the stock irons. Oh I mean, I was just trying to test recoil, but if you want to step in front of my bullets, that's fine, I guess. This is so stupid. Since when is the full auto G11 decent? This should not be decent. Now, to be fair, I have never really used the G11 full auto. I almost said the G auto. Yes, everyone's favorite weapon in Phantom Forces, the G auto. Holy crap, this guy's fast. But like, yeah, I mean, it's surprisingly, well, I shouldn't say surprisingly. I knew that it had little recoil, but dude, we've actually got some pretty decent loadouts today. I'm pretty surprised so far. My man, full auto G11 might be the new meta. Ouch. I might actually have fun with this. I might actually start using this, unironically. Our next one here looks a little bit gross. I don't know any other way to describe it, but my man said that he wants me to use this AUG H-bar on full auto. Or, not full auto, I'm sorry, on console. So you can see a little thing in the middle of the screen there. That means we are playing on controller. I don't actually have this particular weapon on console, so we're just gonna have to play with controller on PC. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I mean, yeah. I guess 22 on the AUG H-bar plus controller makes this thing. Look at that. Holy crap. Like, I'd maybe say a compensator or muzzle brake over the muffler personally. Oh my god, that guy's teleporting. But like, if you guys don't know, whenever you use a controller or play on console, your recoil is basically reduced to nothing for basically every weapon in the game. So there's that. Again, we've actually got a surprisingly decent like variety of like low recoil weapons. Why are there like 4 of you there now? There was 0 of you 1 second ago. Let's try it with just mouse and keyboard. I'm gonna try that. Still low, not as low. I do worry for our next loadout here though. The M3A1 with the Halbeck device on it. Oh, very interesting. So if I just like, you can see it still goes down a little bit, kind of like the Halbeck normally does, but by such like a small margin, it's barely noticeable. Unfortunately, the incredibly low muzzle velocity of this is very noticeable. But I mean, otherwise, judging based off of recoil alone, this is a very interesting weapon. There we go. There's a nice little cross map right there with the M3A1. This is so ridiculous. This should not work. This should not work. This should not work. Now, unfortunately, we do have another weapon that utilizes the 22 conversion, and that is going to be the Uzi. The thing that attracted me to this is going to have to be the fact that it looks like something out of, I don't even know what, some kind of science fiction movie. And also, it uses Kalashnikov sights. That recoil is crazy. That recoil is crazy. Now, the thing is, I normally would tell anybody, don't use the Kalashnikov sights. It's just not, it doesn't look great. Oh, hello. Okay. Like, does it work here? I guess, yeah, but there's not many, like, separate iron sights that you could equip that I think are worthwhile, and this is most definitely not one of them. And also, the 22 conversion on the Uzi is just not super great either. If we are judging based strictly on recoil, though, it kind of works. We have had some really solid loadouts in the regards to, like, genuinely being no recoil this video, which is very surprising. Again, doesn't mean it's bad, just not great for this video. What the... Bro, where did you come from? Bro just wanted to whisper something in my ear. Stupid though it is, effective, it's also kind of, yeah, a little bit. Now this AK-12BR here is definitely going to be a little bit more most people's speed in regards to recoil. And that is going to be because, much like the Halbeck device on the M3A1, the Halbeck device on the AK-12BR in particular is extremely overpowered in the current build of the game. Guaranteed 4-shot potential, not quite no recoil, right? You can see that there. However, still a really good cross map potential. It's a little ridiculous how decent this is at good range. Insane. Literally just insane. Again, not technically no recoil like the others, but it just has such good laser beam potential and such high damage, man. It just, I can't help but love it. Yeah, again, you can definitely see not quite no recoil, but definitely still a really, really solid build. I really hate when people give me these long barrel MP5 SD or MP5 or MP510 loadouts because the ADS time is just so abysmal on them. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. Finally, one of these setups that's worthwhile. Normally, these are all horrendous. This one, though, pretty good. Let's try that cross map potential. Yes, yes. That wasn't quite cross map. That's a little more cross map. Definitely a laser beam. Definitely a laser beam. Hi there. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I'm not usually a big fan of the MP5 SD. It's not bad necessarily. I just don't really use it all too much. This is actually a really good way to use it, and I just got a crazy, crazy cross map. No way. Now, grossly enough, we have a potential no recoil M93R with nothing other than a muzzle brake and a stock. There's an ammo type too, of course, actually, but no sight or nothing. So, can you consider burst weapons no recoil? I guess. Ooh, okay. With a sample size of 1, I'm very interested. I have to put a sight on this. I can't use it at any range without a sight. I'll just do like, yeah, we'll just do a delta sight. Not that that's going to help all too much, but maybe. I don't know if I can necessarily use burst weapons in this. It's just, it's so weird because, like, if I just look at, like, a single 3-round burst, it's not accurate at all. You good there, bro? You alright in there? But, like, when you spam it, though, I mean, I guess it's fairly accurate a little bit. But I don't know that I would consider this no recoil. Now, back to the UMP. We've got an interesting one here because this guy is very much insisting that we use a scope on the UMP. Interesting. Interesting. Now, I'm noticing something here. It climbs for a little while, and then it just kind of sits still. You can see it climbs for a bit, and then it just kind of hovers in the same spot. It definitely has quite a bit of side-to-side recoil, too. I don't know. I would not put a muzzle booster on this. I would most definitely use, like, a compensator or something like a T-brake. Muzzle boost is not doing this thing any favors right now. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can cross-map a little bit with it, but it kind of has that AK-12BR syndrome where, like, technically you can cross-map and stuff with it, but it's not quite the recoil type that I'm looking for. And that initial, like, climb that it does for, like, half the magazine, you really do have to, like, pull down for the first few seconds. It's like I'm trying to compensate for, like, the UMP recoil in Counter-Strike. And not that it doesn't feel nice to use. Surprisingly, I have actually used this particular scope on my own UMP builds in the past. But, like, it's just not super, super ideal. Now, last but not least is going to be the $100 donation setup. And that is going to be in the form of the Mac 10. This Mac 10 in particular right here. And he specifically wants me to hip fire with it. Now, I did use this on stream whenever he initially wanted me to use it. However, it's just, it's such a wild build here. You can see how it just climbs and then just sits still right there at the top. It's just such a wild Mac 10. And while this definitely would not be my definition of no recoil, it is a very interesting setup. Like you can see, once you have that initial climb, it's just a laser pointer after that. Which way did he go? That way. Not too bad. Not too bad. Again, I wouldn't consider this necessarily no recoil. It's just a very, very interesting recoil type build. Like, it's just halfway across Second Storm. Halfway across Second Storm, and I can still laser pointer people with that. It is a little difficult, the fact that I can't, like, aim down the sight because I'm trying to guide my bullets with the tracers. And it's like, you got like a 50-50 of it working. I literally went positive. I just don't know how I did that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing with channel notifications on to get notified of all new videos that are uploaded. If you want to help support the channel as well, you can do so with YouTube's version of Patreon, that being channel memberships with the join button on my channel or with the link in the description or pinned comment below so you can be on this list of wonderful people up on screen right now. And if you can't wait for the next video to come out or you want to binge these videos, you can do so with the playlist also up on screen with over 450 Phantom Forces videos in it, which makes for a great binge session. With that said, I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and yeah, peace.